All right, welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Safety Systems. Summer is vacation time, folks, and if you want to feel better about your home while you're away, call VFL JJ Surlis and the team at Safety Systems. No one has a better track record, offers better contracts, or gives you better service than Safety Systems. They've done it for a long, long time. I've used them for many years. Safety Systems, safetysystems.com. Just do yourself a favor the next time you're driving up to a business or a drive-through window or something. There'll be a sticker for a security system right there. 9 times out of 10, it's going to say Safety System. There's a reason, folks. safetysystems.com. All right, take a look here at the transfer portal, and I hope this is right. Vince, you can correct me. I've got it's spinning so fast I can't keep up. We've got 6 guys coming into Tennessee. You have 11 guys on the way out of Tennessee. Tennessee bringing in absolute stars. I mean, you've got Cannon Peebles from NC State, freshman All-American. You've got Ryan, how's he pronounce his name? Ryan Galaney. Southern Conference Player of the Year last year. Sorry, I don't follow Wofford baseball. And then Billy Amick from Clemson, All-ACC. You're getting guys off other big programs. You're getting other teams' best players in here, and then you're losing a lot of guys. First of all, I just want to say, I hate this whole portal thing. It's too much. I don't think that's good. I don't think, and this is not upset with Tennessee. It's the same anywhere. I just don't think that fans years from now are going to be able to remember, was he with us or did he leave? No, he transferred in. Was he on that team or this team? It's all going to be a blur, and I don't think that's what college sports should be about, but it is what it is. Your thoughts on Tennessee in the portal. Is it great because, wow, look at the guys we're getting? Or is it, well, you're losing a lot of guys too, who are probably being shown the door, but.
Yeah, and some guys are making that decision because they didn't see a future in being able to play. Mm-hmm. For some, before anyone was ever added in the transfer portal, and then after guys were added in the transfer portal, it's like, hey, they're upgrading in their mind, so I'm not going to play here, so I'm going to move on. Other guys have made their own decision. Look, Chase Burns is the biggest name that you showed on that graphic. So, and he's on his way out. But in terms of depth of what you have as a group, I think what you're bringing in overrides what you're losing in terms of talent in that exchange. Yeah, you can not like the system, but it is what it is, especially because of partial scholarships in baseball. The NIL is helping offset that a little bit. Now, it's bringing the stars to the big programs, and you're going to see probably even more of that going in that direction. But I think it's interesting in the names that they've brought in because it's not like, all right, he obviously fills that need, he obviously fills that need. There's guys with multiple years of eligibility and guys that can play multiple different positions. Yeah. So catcher is the one that was clear that, they needed to upgrade there.
Is it Dalton Bargo that can play catcher and then any infield spot and any outfield spot? He's literally anything but pitcher, basically.
Right, yeah,
in
most
pinch.
Of those positions, right.
Let me ask you this. This is the big question for this segment. We did this last year. Tennessee, they lost a lot of guys from graduation. They go out and they bring in all this new team. All we hear all offseason is going to be even better next year. Going to be even better next year.
Right.
Well, it turns out you did go further this year. You did make it to Omaha this year. But the team wasn't really better than last year's team. I think if you put them head to head, you'd take last year's team over this year's team. But the thing is, either way, it took a while for it to gel.
Right.
When you bring that many new guys in. So my question for you is, do you think people are going to learn their lesson and go into next year thinking, a lot of new pieces, let's see how it plays out, let's be patient? Or do you think, we're going to be better next year because look at all these guys?
Well, it's on tape that John Pennington said patience and fans in the same sentence, right? Yeah. No, they're not going to. They're going to look at it in the moment. But yes, it will be something that we can point back to. That, as an example, they lost all of their position players last year. They won't lose all of them this year, but there's still so many things with this roster that are to be determined. Who are some guys, whether they'll make draft decisions or not? Where will they get drafted? Will they decide to stay if they have eligibility, or will they go pro because they're just done with college? Will other guys still be added in the portal? What about the portal of other schools? There's just so many things that's still to be planned. Oh, by the way, the signees. Will they lose any of those signees to the draft? There's still a lot of things to play out for Tennessee and other schools.
I think it's really difficult too, on coaches. Because football, it's such a big roster that you're not changing out 70% of your roster. Rick Barnes this year is going to be doing this in the basketball team. Tony Vitello just did it with the baseball team. When you're changing out that many players coming in, that many new guys coming in, between the signees, the portal that you've added, it's just very difficult to figure out what the chemistry is and what your rotation is. I don't envy the coaches having to deal with this new situation. Granted, they're able to go out and pluck the best players, but the downside to that is it's like starting completely from scratch every single season. I can't imagine that would be fun. Yeah. All right, Vince, good job. Thank you. When we come back, David Oven had a great piece of reporting for The Athletic this past week. The Saudis have bought golf. They're buying European soccer. They're buying everything under the sun. Are they going to buy college football? What if they came in and tried to be boosters to Tennessee? We'll discuss that. He talked that with the administrators from across the country. He'll tell you what they said. Come on back on the Sports Source.